It's been almost 6 months since I first got the Cycplus T7, and today I'm going to share my experience riding it over the past few months. Hey my friends, I'm Leonard. I'm an indoor cycling enthusiast, and I bought the Cycplus T7 to replace my Stages SP20 6 months ago. My initial findings of the T7 were positive. It was easy to set up, it's lightweight and adjustable, it rides smoothly and quietly. Erg mode was perfect and it connects to my Whoosh and Zwift with no issues at all. I have some doubts over its sweat proofing initially, but so far it's worked out pretty well. Those were my initial thoughts, and after 6 months of riding on the T7, I have some new findings to share. I wasn't able to test it back then because I was still recovering from my knee surgery. But just as I suspected, the T7 does not hold up well to out of saddle efforts. It moves a little every time I get out of the saddle. These were even all out sprints. It just surges from 600 to 1000 watts. To negate the movement, I have to place two 20 kilo weight plates at the front. It's hacky, but it completely eliminates the movements. I do like that it's lightweight, and I will explain why later. Additionally, I also noticed something weird in these big efforts. This one got me spooked a little. Every time I started making these big efforts, there was a burnt smell. It's usually that first or second surge, and after that, it's gone. Nonetheless, I was worried. I then reached out to Cycplus on Instagram about this issue, but it seems like they were already aware, and here's their reply. You can pause and read that, but they assured me it's fine. It still bothers me a little, even though the smell has gotten significantly weaker recently, just like they said. However, I'm not an engineer, I'm just someone who enjoys training, riding and racing indoors. So do share your knowledge and let us know what you think about their reply. I think we can all benefit from your knowledge. Small issue here, but the saddle that came with the bike was rubbish. It started making a creaking sound, which I then threw it away. The good thing is I have a lot of spare saddles lying around. This one's from my brother's Canyon Ultimate. It's heavy, but it's quite comfortable. As I mentioned earlier, one of my initial concerns was sweat proofing. Most of my sweat was captured by the towel when I put it over like that. That makes the design very valuable to me. This horizontal part allows the towel to rest, and not every bike is designed like that. You can't do that with the Watt bike Max or the Tex bike, for example. This is the sweat flow pattern. The front where the motor is silk tight. I don't think there's any major electrical components around the crank area. And to be honest, I feel a lot more at ease now compared to when I first got it. I think it's generally acceptable except for the back part where sweat looks like it could get in. It looks like the design could have directed the sweat flow a lot more. So far, my experience with the T7 has been overwhelmingly positive. It's a very modern, compact, simple and effective trainer. I think it covers 95% of what you need to ride indoors. First of all, I like that it fits into my apartment very nicely without taking too much space. This is also where its weight really plays to its advantage because I can move it around very easily. The ride experience has been decent. I personally think that the ride feel is much better on the Stages bike because of the weight and the heavy flywheel. You can feel the flywheel moving, and that feels a lot better than the electromagnetic resistance of the T7. That aside, the T7 beats the Stages bike in almost every department. The shifting with the L2 shifters has been amazing. I like the tactile feedback of its shifters. Erg mode works perfectly and it's quick to reach the desired power. Power accuracy has been spot on. I matched it with my Asioma, which was matched with the Watt bike Max that I have to use to compete in local virtual races. Saddle height, reach and crank length are all adjustable. And that's basically it. It's not a difficult ask. Adjustability, good ride feel, accurate power readings, Erg mode. That's all it needs to perform. Obviously, there's so much room for improvement, and here are some of my wishes. I really would like the options to be able to connect the bike to the internet via the Ethernet cable or Wi-Fi so that I could get fewer dropouts. Bluetooth congestion is the main driver for connection dropouts. It has happened to me in the past, and I've since limited the connected devices to my Mac Mini. A Wi-Fi or Ethernet connection can reduce Bluetooth congestion, especially if you already have a lot of devices connected to your machine that's running Zwift. As an owner of both the T7 and the Cycplus fan, I would love to be able to control the fan with the shifter, so that I don't need this extra controller on the bike. It's not a serious issue, but there are buttons with empty functions at the top of these shifters. I think it definitely can be put to good use in this situation. I would also love for the shifter information to be somewhere more visible so that I can see it. Right now it's not in my line of sight, and with the placement of the tower, it's completely blocked. It's a really cool feature, but it's sterile for now. I would also love for Cycplus to seriously think about utilities. Yes, it's a nice and compact bike, but I need access to my bottles. The way Stage's bike did it was perfect. 2 cages beneath the handlebar. For those who are connecting to Zwift via an iPad or a smartphone, Cycplus provides a small attachment. I think it's sufficient, but don't bang on it to be stable. It's definitely not race-worthy. Lastly, I hope that Cycplus could reach out to my Wish to make their trainers certified for the Sunday Race Club. Right now it looks like an exclusive list of brands, which I thought was kinda unfair. I mean, even the biggest brands can produce odd power readings at times. So I don't think it solves anything at all, and it just increases the friction of someone who wants to race on my Wish. I've gotten a few questions in my last video regarding this topic. Will I buy again? And the answer is a resounding yes. I think it's a no-brainer. At this price point, there are no competitors if you don't want to ride on a direct drive trainer. And it's not like it's a shabby looking bike produced by an unknown company. It's a very good looking and has been a stable, reliable and accurate machine. If I have $1,000 to spend, I would save up a bit more and get the T7. If I have $4,000 to spare, I would buy the T7 and save the rest. If money is not an issue, then I would love to have a Kicker Bike Pro, but it's just so expensive. So probably never, or next time, who knows. And anyway, that's all I have for today. I hope this bike can at least last a solid few years. I will spend a lot more time with this bike in the coming months, and I'll keep you guys updated. Hope this helps, ride safe, and I'll see you soon.